My favorite memory is when we did the static thing that will shock you, and it went through like a whole bunch of.
One of my favorite memories is doing projects with my.
I really enjoyed helping her out and being her teacher.
Well, that'd probably be the parade this year. It was pretty fun. I was up there marching with color guard in front of everyone's up. It's pretty cool.
My favorite memory is probably all the labs that we did.
Mrs. Schieffer just being funny. Yeah.
Working on the musical took a lot of hard work, but it came together pretty well.
My favorite memory was when Kristen came, because she knew to this school.
One time she gave us commands that we had to come up with commands and command her to do them. So she was like doing everything that we said, and she was singing and doing a lot of really weird things. It was fun.
Well, my favorite memory is really just learning Photoshop and having Coach Lee sit around and teach us what we have to do in order to be better at using Photoshop.
One time we drank soda through Twizzlers and it fizzled a lot.
When Mr. Sobolewski taught us about togas, it was pretty cool.
Well, one time we had like a review game. We had to say a word, and it was like the very last word of the game to decide the entire game, and it was toga, which just means toga.
So probably all the stuff about like eating disorders will stick with me.
I think the suicidal unit is going to really, I'm going to remember it the most, because it was a very serious topic and she really stressed the important friends. It was, I thought, the most memorable.
Animal behavior, because it was the coolest.
Probably learning about all the.
We learned about the 3 branches of government.
Legislative, executive, judicial.
Oh, I learned about some of the founding fathers.
It's just really good life skills to learn how to take care of yourself. Training.
Mainly about like entrepreneurship and like owning my own business. And like she just became our teacher because the second semester when Miss Wilkes left. So it was just nice that she picked up kind of where she left off and taught us more about it.
The way she did the periodic tables and the way she helped us memorize the equations, like she put in a little triangle, so that would stick.
I learned about keeping organized and have a notebook that actually is useful.
Unlikely friendships.
Knots, which seems small, but it's actually really huge. You can use good knots anywhere.
Well, consider I want to be a graphic designer. Photoshop will help me progress in the future, and the skills that we've learned will help me progress to be a better graphic designer.
I guess Latin and Latin.
Yeah, we definitely learned Latin because it's a Latin class, but
halfway to Latin.
Besides that, like some basic words like puella and puer, boy and girl.
I learned a lot of things in physics this year that I think will help me throughout my life. Just simple equations about like trajectory, things about how electricity works, more specifically, and just things like that in general.
I like that he's really relaxed. He doesn't get frustrated when you mess up, because there's a lot to mess up with Arabic since it's such a just out there language. So he stays real chill when you.
Miss Cone, she does things a little bit differently. We don't like just talk or like write notes. We do like different activities and play games. She's fun. She's different. She have different.
What I like most about Mr. Weaver is probably the same as his teaching style. He doesn't just tell us what to do. He says this needs to get done and then lets us think of our own ways to do it. He's a very hands-on teacher, but at the same time he lets us figure out things on our own, which helps us a lot in the class and in the real world.
I think he's a very open.
He's really fun to learn. He's funny, and he cracks a lot of jokes.
But he's a good teacher though. And
cool, and she's really easy to relate to because she has lots of experiences that she can tell us about, and she participates, so it helps the kids participate.
I'm personally really close to music, and bias aside, I just think that she's really excited about teaching, and she's not just
a teacher because she wants to get summers off. She's a teacher because she actually loves helping people, like helping students.
Well, she's just really fun, and she always cracks jokes that are kind of.
She always lets us like make fun of her. It's just in all good fun. She's really nice and she's really good.
Well, they're both very different. Sergeant Williams likes people. I don't know how much Major Rob does, but they both do a pretty good job at teaching. Major Rob is more, he tells you exactly what to do, and expects you to do it. Sergeant Williams he doesn't really tell you exactly what to do, but he gives you hints about what you should be doing, stuff like that. So it's kind of best of both worlds.
She's really nice and considerate, and she cares about students.
I like the way that she keeps the information concise but gets it all across, and I think it's a really easy.
I like how she cares about our grades and wants us to succeed.
I like that she is the type of person you can come up to and ask a question. She's really approachable and she's really sweet, and she doesn't look at you in an odd. Yeah, she's really sweet.
Strickland actually cares. I mean, lots of teachers actually care, but he's really personal. He really cared. I was running track and cross country at the time, and he would always ask about my PRs and how I was doing and what sort of routine we could do to improve my times and whatnot.
She has very good discipline with us. Like, she knows how to handle us if we get out of place.
Oh, she's very kind.
I like that she's more like hands-on. She doesn't just like give you a worksheet or like busy work. She actually like gets you like engaged and gives you projects and stuff like that to help you better understand the material.
Well, Coach Lee, he'll have the new assignment ready for you when we get to class, and he'll walk around and he'll explain it to everyone out loud of what we have to do. And following that, we'll get started on our projects on our own, but if you need assistance, you just call him over to your desk. He'll come and help you and walk you through whatever step you're struggling with.
Different brings in different teaching styles with projects and different stuff to help us better understand it.
She's very interactive with the students. She makes us do a lot of things instead of just her lecturing. We do a lot of activities, and that.
I would thank Coach Music for all the stories that she's told us, because it has taught me a lot of things, and she supported me through a lot of stuff, and I've been with her the whole year, so I feel like she just made my life a little.
I would thank Coach Music for just having a really fun year. Health was actually probably my favorite class.
I would like to thank her for all the advice she gives, because if I have a problem, sometimes even instead of going to my friends, I would just talk to Music about it. And she always knows what to say, and so even though the class will be over, I think I'll probably still try and...
I'd like to thank Music for all the new experiences that I feel like I've...
Bunnies.
Just for his time and caring.
For being a wonderful human being.
Thanks for showing us how to use the online textbook.
Thank you for letting us sit where we...
And not giving us assigned seats. Yeah.
Sai, thank you for being a good teacher, Mr. Klein.
What would it be?
For being the best teacher ever! Thank you for showing up in the middle of the year for taking over for Miss Solomon, who had to leave.
Thank you for helping us study for the EOC.
Well, really just stepping in so we could have a good ROTC program first year.
Thank you for being my teacher senior year and being super sweet and awesome. Yeah.
I thank her for being nice and just teaching me her science, I guess.
This great experience this year with civics and all.
Go Schubert! Probably being as much of a friend and someone you can talk to as a teacher.
I would like to thank Ms. Ford so much for providing me with like information about foods, because I do want to pursue that as my career when I get older. So I'd just like to thank her for that.
For teaching me Latin well.
For being a good teacher throughout the year.
The fact that he was willing to stay with me like 2 hours after school every time that I asked for it, because I really needed that extra help, and he was willing to do that.
I would thank Coach Lee for teaching me things other than just printing graphics. He also teaches real life situations because you can get to know him on a personal level and not just as a teacher. So he helped me with things that I'm gonna need after high school as well as what he teaches, which is printing graphics.
Making Spanish class fun.
Helping me understand the culture and have fun with it.
Her grading style.
Being patient with me when I mess up, like Sam said, and going over a lot of things that we didn't get the first time.
Should we say thank you in Arabic?
All right, go for it.
Shukran.
Shukran.